Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea, and I have another video for you guys. Today, I want to talk about Bitcoin and take a look at some altcoins because Bitcoin has just closed a weekly candle that is very, very interesting. So without further ado, let's hop in this video. So guys, right now Bitcoin is trading at $42,333, down about 0.23% so far on the day. Bitcoin dominance has increased about 0.2% since yesterday, trading at 51.06%. When you exclude stablecoins, it's more so like 53%. So that Bitcoin dominance is increasing slowly. We are seeing some of these altcoins sell off and Bitcoin absorb some of that liquidity, which is very, very interesting. It is to somewhat be expected. I've been expecting to see something like that as we get closer to the halving. I do think that there is a good chance, especially if we get a big move to the upside or even a dump, that probably Bitcoin dominance will maybe even touch 55, 56, maybe even 58% as we get closer to this Bitcoin halving, which is about 3 months away, give or take a few days, which is very interesting to see, and it's happening just as I expected. But if we trade sideways, though, if we trade continuously to the side and just minimal volatility, then I would expect altcoins to probably rally and Bitcoin dominance to fall. But I'm leaning much more into the idea here that we're probably going to be trading sideways into the downside, followed by a move to the upside, either relatively close to the halving, probably not too far after. So I am expecting Bitcoin dominance to make a move to the upside before the halving. So Bitcoin on a weekly candle time frame has closed green. Very interesting to see that. We have closed above the key box here that I laid out for layering in and increasing exposure to crypto and Bitcoin as a whole. Very interesting to see this, guys. If you were lucky enough to catch this wick down to about 38,600 on Bitcoin, and you were able to scoop up some altcoins or even Bitcoin, pat yourself on the back. I got a couple Ethereum. When we dipped down here, I got some limit orders filled, which was nice to see. I was really, really hoping for that Ethereum to close and make a move above 2,600 and give us that true altcoin season. But you know what? It's probably a blessing in disguise that that did not happen because now the longer it takes Ethereum to make that breakaway and be a market outlier, most likely the higher we'll go and the higher the altcoins will go following the Bitcoin halving. It would have been a little bit premature to see that altcoin season before the halving, and if we did see that, it probably would have been a catalyst for a lower low, a move to the downside, a significant macro low, which I was not ready for that. I thought it would be a little bit premature, but Ethereum was putting the right signals out there that it was going to be making that move above 2,600, which was very interesting. We didn't get it. Blessing in disguise. All in all, do I think that we continue the upside just because we have this green weekly candle close? Not necessarily. No, I don't. I still think that we need to spill over here a little bit, but I really do believe, guys, that we're probably going to be trading sideways. We're probably going to have some boring price action between this 40,000 to 45,000. Yes, I do believe that we could come up to 45K. I think that is possible to get a little bit of a bounce here. This range is going to be tight, but I think that that's on the table. I am leaning more into the bearish outlook here, though. I do think that will probably come down at some point in February, maybe even early March. But all in all, guys, expect boring price action. Don't panic sell because I've been saying this for a while now. Sure, the Bitcoin SPY ETF, a lot of people were expecting that we would go to the moon. I mean, I was letting you guys know, I was preparing you for it leading up to it that we probably wouldn't. And just because the Bitcoin SPY ETF gets approved, it doesn't mean that immediately all that money's going to flow in. It takes time, guys. It takes time. And it was definitely a sell the news event. There was so much hype leading up to it. And I think a lot of the liquidity that would have really pushed us up higher was kind of washed away in the fake news of all the pre-releases of the Bitcoin SPY ETFs that were fake. I think a lot of that liquidity got eaten up, so it was very lackluster when it actually got approved. It was a very interesting timeline on how the Bitcoin SPY ETF actually got approved, and I mean it was a sell the news event, guys. But I do think that we're probably going to be trading sideways here for a little bit. I think that things are going to get a little bit boring, but you got to be prepared for that. Don't panic sell because we will bounce at some point here, guys. Whether it's a little bit before the halving, whether it's after the halving, maybe we don't get that big move to the downside. And when I say big move, like maybe to 35,000. 28,000 is on the table, but that is kind of the lowest low I really expect to see before the halving. I don't really, if we do come down there, it probably would be a very fast move to the downside, a very, very quick wick, probably with a somewhat of a V-shaped recovery. I mean, when you look at previous capitulation events like that in pre-halving years leading up into the halving, you see very, very swift V-shapes. It's a very continuous reoccurring thing in the pre-halving years. You see these quick whips to the downside with a nice bounce that basically sets us up into the next Bitcoin hype cycle, making the big moves to the upside. But guys, I just want you to be patient. If you're here right now and you're exposed and you have been here for a while, either take a little bit of profit if you can't handle it, but I do think that right now is probably not the time to be layering out of the market heavily. I think that right now would be a much more important time to potentially be looking to layer in into things that you're not so significantly exposed in as you would like to be. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking for entries into different altcoins, and I think that in no time you're going to look back on this and say, wow, I'm happy that I was purchasing some Bitcoin right now below and around 40,000. I think that's below 40,000 is a great buy, but around this area, if you're underexposed, it's probably more risky to not be exposed than to be exposed right now, in my opinion. The risk is to the upside, so be very careful, guys. But not financial advice, just my opinion. I put my money where my mouth is, but everyone's got their own strategy. But I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing. But that's all I got, guys. If you like this type of content, please like this video, subscribe to the channel right now. Crocoin, altcoins, Solana. Be prepared for sideways price action unless Bitcoin decides to take a little bit of a tumble. Then we'll probably see a little bit of a beating. But that's all I got. Check out some awesome referral links we have down below this video. A $4,100 sign-up bonus to Femex. $8,000 sign-up bonus to BitGet. Also, go follow me on Twitter at 333Blacksea. I'm very, very active over there. But that's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.